Hey everyone, Andy Stickle here. I was recently reading this article put out a couple days ago by Darren Shaw, and the title of the article is "How to Get Keywords in Your Reviews." And this is actually something that's really interesting. It's something that we haven't really talked about too much, and it's something I haven't really talked about, but it's a really great point. A lot of times, clients will think about getting keywords in reviews, and they do it kind of in a spammy way. So, they'll have a client leave a review, but they'll say, "Hey, throw a Chicago DUI lawyer in there in that review," and that's not really the best way to do it. But what you can do is you can get keywords into reviews naturally, and people that have been doing this have actually seen good results. They're actually seeing an impact when you can get keywords related to your practice area and the city that you're in the reviews. So the way that you do this is all in the wording on how you actually ask for the review. So a lot of times people will send an email and they'll say, "Hey Bill, thanks so much for congratulations, we got your case charge dropped. Would you mind leaving us a review? Here's the link." And a lot of times what that does is that doesn't necessarily give them enough direction. So what I did is I put together an email template here that you can use yourself. Just copy it, and basically this is an email that will give clients an idea. It'll give them some ideas in how to make their reviews better, because typically you don't want a review that just says, the Johnson Law Firm was great. I recommend them to everyone. That's a good review to have, but it's not as good as if somebody would really go into detail. So, White Spark put out a sample. I modified that sample for a law firm. But what you can do when you send out reviews, or when you send out requests for reviews to clients, you can send this letter with it, or something like this letter. So a lot of times clients are happy with our service but aren't quite sure what to write in a review. Below are some questions that should give you some ideas and will make your review more useful for other people that need our services. And then you just ask them some questions that are kind of leading them to insert keywords. So what service did we complete for you? Which city or county did we represent you in? Did we do a good job? What are some of your favorite things about working with us? Have we helped you with anything else in the past? Did you work with any specific people from our firm? How do we compare to other law firms that you've tried? Are there any tips that you would offer others about our law firm? And then, now here's the thing, you also don't want to turn off people that possibly are that don't necessarily have time or just don't want to leave you a long review. So at the end you can say, "We really appreciate your review. The more detail you can provide, the better, but we'd still love a shorter review as well if you're short on time or inspiration." Take something like that. You don't have to copy this word for word. This is a little bit of a variation of the one that White Spark offered. But I think that if you do this, you're going to see more reviews because people know what to write, and you're also going to see better results from those reviews because, one, people are being more detailed, so for conversions that's really going to pay off. But then also you're going to start getting these keywords in your reviews, and it's going to make a big impact. Now again, don't get spammy with it. Don't tell your clients, "Hey, when you do that, make sure you throw in the word Orange County slip and fall lawyer." Don't do that. Make sure it happens naturally. Make sure they get or you can ask them. You can say, "Hey, listen, just make sure they include DUI or Orange County or whatever it is." But don't tell them to insert the keyword specifically Orange County DUI attorney. So hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you soon.